Hi friends, we're gonna do a Sirus.
Be careful.
This is end of the league time capsule for 316 Scourge League. Playing Saboteur that is using Seismic Trap with
really
sort of caveat that it's using full cold conversion instead of just doing fizz scaling.
Destroying you is as easy as
yeah.
flicking a pest.
That'll be fun. Anyways, just going to
boring and
build
small.
fight, hopefully get something nice.
You want the Atlas? Take it.
Check this beforehand.
It's yours.
Yeah.
But Orith, I will burn to the ground. Perhaps the suffering of my fellow
after I'm done with the
will
fight,
finally stir something.
do a little bit of gear summary and other stuff, but bit through.
Glorious flames! Rain of stars!
What's this? A real challenge? You've finally caught my attention.
Just need a moment to catch my breath. Die.
This city is nothing! Rain of stars!
Phase 1, nothing particularly surprising.
The others found strength in their projections. They became reliant on me. Not so foolish.
Die.
I have seen beyond.
Still there.
This city is nothing! Be utterly annihilated! Rain of stars!
Like,
Give it a shot.
really
Right, and come
interesting
on down.
enough to warrant all this pain.
Die.
I have seen beyond.
Die. Die.
Your lives are meaningless!
Didn't kill me, but still.
Obliteration! Fury of the cosmos! Creation itself! Why resist?
The edge of death, my heart races. I am alive. Feel the thrill of
The void! Beyond, there is only horror. Everlasting fire!
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Beyond, there is only horror.
As you can see, the character is
meaning.
Is
decent.
everlasting fire! is gold! Everlasting fire!
Feel the thrill of
The void die. Beyond, there is only horror. Everlasting fire.
feel the thrill of
The void. I have seen beyond. Everlasting fire. Is
Let's take
seen beyond. Everlasting fire.
Just need a moment
Hey.
to catch my breath.
Cool. Okay, well, so anyways, as you can see, the character is very tanky. Does a lot of...
I'm sorry.
Small ring minus...
Cyrus, this was all my fault.
Well, not terrible.
I'm sorry.
Don't know if it's the most useful. Wonder what a making melee fizz is worth. Yeah, not bad. 75 chaos for a rank 1. So can't complain too much there. So in terms of let's go over the build in the tree. So I'll go over the tree first. This is fairly standard, slightly soft core adaptation. Ladies. Saboteur. This was his initial version at the start of the league, rather than the poison variant that he ran in the gauntlet. But basically, you get a bunch of crit nodes, get a bunch of life, pick up crap stuff, a bunch more crit nodes, and then spell suppression. So I've got the spell suppression wheel up here and the spell suppression wheel down here, because I'm not, like, my gear has some constraints, so I'm not using all that much spell suppression on gear. And then path over to like life over here, sapper, but really like your big, like most of the builds this patch, it's getting a hold of these reservation nodes, whether they be through masteries or other things. Life and stuff. Skitterbutts has reservation defense. And a reservation across the more life and movement speed down here, along with spell suppression. And this is where sort of my twist on the build and like me messing around with it comes in. So we path down here to get cold mastery, which is to cold. Able to essentially we're scaling elemental damage at any physical scaler or any elemental scaler. Yeah. So we have a cluster, standard. The overwhelm obviously doesn't do anything because we're elemental damage, but it's still 25% point. A bunch of, you know, I'm using mostly like cold crit gems, but there's a bunch of different ones you can use. Let me putting my, so this is This is the jewel that I use for Sirus, so it has a bunch of garbage on it. This is what I'm using normally. So basically just you have a bunch of life, double or triple crit if you can get it at full damage. So you just basically want like life and 3 prop jewels. But yeah, that's this particular tree. In terms of the gear, start with the weapon and just sort of go. Because we're cold conversion, we really want to scale spell damage. So Fizz spell gem, which Seismic is, and then spell crit damage. Got some crit multi. This is a solid weapon. It's not spectacular by any stretch of the imagination. Like, we'd really like a quality as AoE enchant because that would give us another thing of AoE. But at the end of the day, not going to complain too much. Hat, probably my best piece of gear. You can see I've been running lab, but haven't hit one of the seismic enchants yet. But basically, like, this has Fizz taken as cold, which is effectively just deleting that physical damage, a T1 res, and nearby enemies have -9. So just in general, everything on this item is giving me something that I really want. And like, yeah, okay, I have to use Crafted Life because it's also got hybrid, but it's decent. We have a really nice All's Up thing. This one was just straight up, pure, unadulterated luck. For one of the achievements, I needed to kill an all with not getting hit by one of his abilities, and as a result of that, he dropped this. Worth like 25 exalts right now, but I'm actually using it. So I'm using Determination in addition to Grace. I suppose I should have. So Frostbomb Spell Cascade. This is just for exposure. Basically like penetrating cold resist. And then we have a cast spell damage taken, Molten Shell. Yeah, okay, I'm dumb. I need to reduce this by 1 level. I forgot that is like a doofus. Okay, well that's mildly embarrassing. Yes, okay, so I did that entire fight without Molten Shell even figuring it out. Fix that. Okay, well. And then I'm also lazy, so castle damage taken, Assassin's Mark, and then Grace in there. Socket. Ideally, like, probably drop Siphoning Trap. I would probably drop Siphoning Trap for an Enlighten, and then do Determination, Grace, Enlighten, and Dread. So you'd have like a more mana, and I could probably jam. I'd give up Siphoning Trap to get the Enlighten, and then I'd have to jam in Dread Banner or something. Not Dread Banner, probably. Fine. Skitterbots with Bone Chill. Just again, like increasing the damage. Cause Hatred. This is the cold conversion part of the build. So all of my fizz damage is also done as extra cold damage, and I do more cold damage. Like double dip on this, and it's really. You can see I've been unlucky with corruptions. The shield itself is quite nice. Spell damage, spell crit, a fat grip of max life. The base isn't the best, you know, like ideally be a higher amount of spell damage or non-spell bases, but and then just getting the 5% damage on there. Nice. Chest is your pretty standard Saboteur chest. We're a crit build, so we need spell crit. Max life, evasion. I've got a nice chunk of spell suppression on here, which really nice. I don't have to take Mage Bane or anything like that. And then max life as extra maximum energy shield for the sweet Ghost Shreds. Ghost Shreds and spell suppression are some of the more busted mechanics. Stacking, Determination, and Grace. So yeah. That's, and then the item rarity is there. When the league ends, I'm going to use a Maven Orb on this, and it's probably going to delete the spell crit. We'll see. That's going to be my like sort of last act of the league. Gloves. This puts Exsanguinate. This is our clear skill. Nice. So this one isn't like amazing by any stretch of the imagination. It's like extra crit multi, trap and mind damage. Fire dot is cool. But it had life and an open prefix physical. So between that and Watcher's Eye, that gives me 100% conversion. This Watcher's Eye is also a really nice move. Oh, I have great. I accepted the 4% there because hitting a 39%. Just a Hunter Belt. Completely standard. I think you probably use a Hunter Stygian in best case. This one was whatever. Gives me a bunch of the strength I need. Resists a bunch of that grip of life. Boots. Onslaught on kill was just an Ashling Slam. And this is just where I'm getting a lot of res. The rings. So this ring is, you know, T2 life. Absolute truckload of res and then endurance charge. That's nice. And T1 life. Mana reduction. Just the mana reduction is a nice to have. Lets me with like siphoning trap. Actually, never mind. I have lit. No, I've messed with the character a bunch, so that's why some of that stuff is. But yeah. All in all, pretty satisfied with the character. Had a lot of fun. Oh, this might go away, so worth mentioning. So engine for this league in terms of flasks is used when charge is full, and then flagellants or masochists. Basically, like you get hit, get a bunch of charges, and this seems to have little or no cooldown, and then your flasks go off. So you just have like auto flasks that are up. Yeah, that's the character. It was fun.